Welcome to the Quirkless podcast, our weekly My Hero podcast, where today we're covering chapter 189, Why He Gets Back Up.
My name's Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to come in with your own intro like last time.
Well,
the memeiest intro.
Well, my name's Jeff.
Yeah, close.
The qualityest of memes. So this chapter's really good. I like a lot of the art is good, and Hawks is cool, and I feel like I've said that for the past 3 weeks now, and I don't think that's gonna stop anytime soon.
Episode 50 of the Quirkless podcast. Hawks is cool.
The art is...
Okay. Can I get my paycheck now?
Wow, a Chills reference. Who would have guessed? But I really, 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 really like High End. Like, his design is so cool. He's not my favorite villain. Because one, he's not really complex. He's literally just kill the guy on top. But I really like how brutal he is. And how fucking awesome his design is. It's really good.
Yeah, I always say it reminds me of Starscream. And about Hawks this chapter, I've gained a heavy appreciation for Hawks as a character. I love him so much, and like, I was suspicious of him, but I have no suspicion of him now after we find out what his intentions have been this entire time.
Yeah. Too bad he's going to die next chapter.
Do you think he's going to die?
Well, considering the last panel we see, the second to last panel, we see with adult Hawks in it, there's something heading at a very high speed towards his face. Yeah, he's fucking dead. Like, if you just... He's gonna get, speared through the face or something, and it's gonna suck. Because he's really cool.
No.
Fuck.
Oh my god, what if Endeavor loses... what if he loses the opposite eye to Endeavor?
Oh, that'd actually be really interesting.
Because from what it seems like, I really want Hawks to live and just forever be Endeavor's sidekick, just because I think it'll be really sweet. So if they just lose the opposite eyes, it'll be kind of like a nice parallel.
Oh yeah, and then they'll be each other's eyes. They'll make up for what the other one lacks. That's really cool. Nah, he's fucking dead.
No, I want him to survive just because I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, maybe. I doubt it. But
I don't know how I would feel if Hawks died this early, because then I would just see a parallel to the exam. I always call it the Chisaki arc, in which where they introduce Night Eye just to have him be killed off.
Yeah,
chapters later.
But Night Eye got some build up at least. And Night Eye, even if Night Eye wasn't a big thing in the manga itself, he was a big character in the world, so there was some weight to his existence, at least.
I guess.
That kind of works with Hawks as well, because he's number 2 at the age of 21. So
it would just be a shame to see him be removed from the story.
It would be a shame, and I honestly, if it happens, I'll be really bummed because he's a cool character. But I won't be surprised if it happens. I
think for the story, it'll be better if Hawks lives on as Endeavor's sidekick.
I legitimately believe the story gains nothing from Hawks dying here. But I feel like it's gonna happen, so...
I have hope. I'll be upset if he dies. It's not gonna be a god, I hate my hero, I hate where it's going, but it'll be you had something going with Hawks, it'd be kind of a shame to introduce him and just kill him off, and I feel like it's somewhat too soon to have another death, because I'm not saying that character shouldn't die, but a character dying every serious arc, I feel like is a bit much.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't think he'll die. I think he'll get impaled, and then he'll be well, that's all the time I have. I have to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
I love you, Zach.
Oh, no, he starts playing... no. Well, never mind. He plays Kid Icarus!
Playing. was gonna say Star Fox.
Ah, yeah, he plays Kid Icarus Uprising, and he's like, fucking put me in Smash.
I, I would sing Pit's Little Victory song. I'm not gonna curse this podcast with a parody of that.
But yeah, I think it's really cool that Pox's character in general is really cool. He's certainly not my favorite pro hero though, so.
I don't think I necessarily have a favorite pro hero. I think after this chapter, Hawks has definitely like been boosted up to possibly top 5. Because my favorite characters like so far have been like Bakugo, All Might, and that's it. I think I can't really. There's not any necessarily character that's like popping out of my mind besides like Bakugo and All Might. I can't. Mirio's cool, and Eri's just adorable. I love her so much.
Mirio, Fat Gum, Sun Eater, and Kirishima. The only reason Sun Eater is up there, one, because he's cool by himself, but he's made all the more cooler by being with Fat Gum. Because I
was gonna say, have you seen the recent Horikoshi interview? And he talks about.
Of course, I have.
It's fucking pure. He based Mirio and I always forget his actual name. What's his?
It's like
Tamaki or
it's like
Tamaki or something like that.
Tamaka or whatever. I don't remember. I feel bad because Sunny is just so memorable. It's Tamaki.
Yeah,
I think I think he's named after a food.
He based his relation with Mirio off like when he moved schools or something like that. Yeah. Which is just so pure. Like with the interviews that he's been having recently, obviously with him being in like San Diego or Anime Expo or something like that, it's nice because we get to know more about the story and where it's actually heading, and then you realise that we're halfway through and we've only got another 4 years. Also, My Hero hit its 4th year anniversary yesterday.
So that's cool. I would like to mention that not only is Mirio's character based on Horikoshi's interactions with somebody after he changed school, Tamaki's character in general is inspired by the anxiety that Horikoshi felt when he attended Jump Festa and had to face an enormous crowd. So pure. I love Horikoshi so much. It's
kind of relatable. It's kind of relatable in a sense. I love these. He's just so pure. Everything he does, this boy deserves everything positive he gets.
By the way, one thing he said in that interview that I'm sure you're referencing is that Fat Gum was added to the 7 precepts art. What was it? It was 7 precepts, right? Or 8 precepts. There we go. With it, he was added to the Yakuza arc because Horikoshi felt that it was really dark and he wanted like a really positive character, and that's when he added Fat Gum. And so he said, kind of in a way, Fat Gum is my hero. And Fat Gum, like, that's literally the only argument you need to prove that Fat Gum is the best character.
I heard it didn't actually like writing that arc either, just because it got so dark.
Well, no, yeah, because he was writing it. He had to write it, because, like, and when he's writing something, that's sort of what his emotions become. He gets kind of bummed out.
It's kind of sad that the longest arc in My Hero was the one that Horikoshi disliked doing. It's just like, because I thought it was a good arc. I thought it went on for a while, but it wasn't like super long or anything.
Yeah, I liked it. I had no problems with it. It kind of felt like it was endless there for a while, like it was going on forever. But, you know, I liked it. I think I wrapped up pretty smoothly as well. Especially with the League of Villains fucking wiping out, what's his name? Can't remember his name. Overhaul. What's his first name, though? Wow.
Whatever.
Welcome to the My Hero podcast. It's Chisaki, by the way.
Oh, why did I forget? I literally said his name a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. Although him turning into a giant monster was kind of lame. I don't know. Although it is
he lost his quirk.
I guess it's a reference to kaiju. But whatever.
So, there's a panel in this where it's I wrote this down in my notes specifically. I wrote down Portal Quirk is cool.
Yeah.
And There's on page 3. There's a guy whose quirk is like Hooper Unbound, and I just thought that's a cool quirk. I have to write this down because this is noteworthy.
Which page?
It's on page 3, bottom right. The guy he's punching forward, but
Oh,
his half his arm teleports and it goes down. It's like Hooper Unbound. Just like, yeah, I
it's about
can
Hoop
talk about
Unbound's
this.
lame.
Its design is like ugh, but I kind of like it.
I kind of like its design. I just think it's like comes from a pretty lame gen, so it's kind of lame. But whatever. This isn't a Pokemon podcast. Whatever.
It's I really did like this chapter.
It is. It's. I feel like I've said that every other chapter now, or every chapter now.
Well, it's good. It's good to know that we like the chapters. It'd be kind of shame if like we just start a podcast and it's like yeah, My Hero, more like it's trash. All these characters of one note are shallow and aren't developed at all.
Yeah, I like being able to say that that everything is good and I like everything, but kind of makes me feel like I'm being kind of one note.
We could
But
go
I
on
have
we could go on
literally
My
nothing
Hero
to
rant.
complain about. I can force some complaints, but I don't want to. Like,
Well, any complaints I have will probably be established soon. Like he can't like any complaints I have will probably be done or can't be done because of how the series is set out. So
yeah. The only complaint I have is that Hawks is gonna fucking die.
I don't think he's gonna die.
He's dead.
Speaking about characters not dying, like a YouTube user, I'm gonna mispronounce this. I'm sorry. I think it's Jonica. He talked about the Nomu surviving the encounter and slowly developing through the story and becoming more independent from his master.
That'd be cool, but I feel like if he doesn't die now, I don't know how. Like, what's he gonna do? Sneak into the sewers or whatever? Probably, but that seems kind of lame.
I mean, I guess the only problem with that is that it seems like because of how powerful his regenerative quirk is, even if he were to get super beaten up, if his head still survives, he can just regrow his body back in like a matter of seconds, especially from what we've seen.
Yeah. Wait, is it like the 50th anniversary of Shonen Jump or something?
I think so.
Oh,
I've seen
that's
a
right,
pretty
'cause that's why-
cursed image on Twitter.
That's why Jump Force was announced.
Oh, that makes sense. One little throwback in this chapter, which I enjoyed, was the kid, I want to say 2 or 3 chapters ago, the one who Endeavor wanted to give his autograph to,
Yeah.
is now standing up for Endeavor, when everyone is just like, oh my god, Endeavor's not going to be able to do this. It's nice to see Endeavor actually has fans, and even though
Yeah.
he shunned Endeavor, that like it's nice to see.
Wonder if
And I
that kid
think
will grow up to beat his wife.
Actually, I might want to touch on that. So obviously, it's revealed that Hawks is kind of an Endeavor fanboy.
Yeah. Do you think he beats
and
his
looked
wife?
up- No. Do you think do you think Hawks? Because we mentioned this before. You said like someone on Reddit mentioned how Hawks, when we were originally like less trusting of him,
Yeah.
so he doesn't know about the wife thing,
Yeah.
and it seems like it's hinted at least with what's his name, Nagato, Endeavor's son.
Yeah.
I don't know why I simply just blank out on names.
His name
It
is Natsuo,
seemed-
by the way.
Not fuck me. Natsuo. I literally I'll get these names
Because it's
right
like
in a moment.
Natsu from Fairy Tail. That's literally the only reason I remember it. And I hate
Okay.
Fairy Tail, so.
He mentions like he doesn't like how no one actually knows about it. So if Hawks were to ever find out, what do you think his reaction would actually be?
He'd be like, man, that really sucks, man. It sucked that I died in the last chapter, man.
I don't think he's
His
gonna
exact
die.
words. What if he...
Like,
what if he just had, like, a hard, like, Spanish accent? Like, That'd be so funny to me. Oh my god.
I'm just imagining him having like a Meta Knight voice, and you know that clip
Yeah.
where it's like, "Hey Meta Knight, how is doing? Very badly."
He's
How
impaled.
Hawks? How are you holding?
He's impaled
Hawks,
by
how
a
are you
high
holding up? Very badly.
Oh, that'd be
One
great.
thing I've been thinking about Hawks, and it's just popped into my head right now. So this is supposed to be like a turning point for my hero.
Yeah.
It seems that Hawks is going to be Endeavor's sidekick, assuming he survives. Do
Yeah.
you think this is somewhat of a parallel to Night Eye and All Might?
Maybe. I could see.
Because
Maybe if
because-
Endeavor dies, then Hawks will take up like training Todoroki.
I don't want to see Endeavor die. Like it's.
I
I feel like it's a shame to see a character die when there's so much when it could be done. Because I know like the point of death is like, it's not, you're not supposed to have, like, if a character's gonna die, they're going to die,
if
and it makes it sad that things could have been done with that character but weren't. But from a writing standpoint, it just seems a poor decision to kill off Endeavor when there's so much that could be done with him.
if Endeavor ends up dying, I think what we're gonna see is a couple of chapters focusing on Todoroki and how he deals with that. And how I think he'll deal with that is he's gonna throw himself into his studies for the hero license, for the express purpose of getting his hero's license so he can go track down the high end and kill it.
Assuming it survives.
Yeah, I think it will. Like, I don't see, if Endeavor dies, then I don't see Hawks taking it down. That's
Yeah. Oh, not a double kill. No, I'll just be sad.
Well,
like,
no, I don't
especially-
think Hawks will die if Endeavor dies. I don't think we'll get more than one death. But I don't see Hawks taking down the high end.
So what you're telling us is that Todoroki sacrifices two monsters to summon himself to the field.
Well, no.
I'm sorry, that was a hard
Hawks doesn't
joke.
die. It's more like synchro summoning, I guess. And then Hawks is the tuner. I don't know.
We can get Blue Eyes. We can sacrifice two heroes to summon the Blue Eyes White
And
Dragon
then
to
Warrior
the field.
returns alive. Turns out Endeavor's been living in the sewers. He's not dead. He's
What
just...
does Pot of Greed do?
Pot of Greed lets you draw 2 cards, I think.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Fucking nerd. Or actually, I'm the nerd for knowing that.
No, I know what it does. It's a joke in the anime.
Is it? Oh,
Well,
yeah,
no,
because...
it's a joke because everyone knows what Pot of Greed does.
Does Pot of
Whenever-
Greed... What does Pot of Greed do?
It allows you to draw 2 cards from your deck.
Yeah, but what does it really do, though?
It gets you disqualified from a tournament.
I just found a terrifying image. You should go ahead and flash this on the screen a couple of times.
A couple times.
A couple times.
Seizure. I'm not gonna give someone a seizure. I'll put it. Oh, okay. That's.
It's good makeup, though. I mean...
I'm gonna put that on screen, and I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description. Boy, that's a fucking cursed image.
But, yeah, I feel like, again, I'm repeating everything I've said from the past couple of chapters. But I see somebody dying in this chapter, in the next chapter. I don't know who it will be, and I don't know how that will affect the outcome, except I do if it's Endeavor. If Endeavor dies, then everything I just said is going to come true for a fact. Because I'm actually Horikoshi.
And you are in California. Horikoshi is in California.
Well, way to dox
now.
me. Nah, don't cut it out, though. I want somebody to come to my house and kill me.
I've taught a bit. I swear I've mentioned it before. Maybe. Should turn it into a game if they find you. We'll Shit, I have nothing to give but my life. We're not turning it into a game.
Damn, I don't even have my life to give.
Oh yeah, your ghost is bound to this podcast.
Yeah. My existence is meaningless without this podcast. Anyways, let's go on to a lighter note. There are no lighter notes. Everybody's going to die in the next chapter.
But at least we still have Bakugo Land.
Yeah. Also, anime. Let's talk anime. How's the anime doing?
The anime's good. it's on break right now. They've released like a promotional video for the next part of the season, and I do not like the intro at all.
Well, I mean, that's how I felt about Overworld's OPs.
I liked that song though.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
I
it
didn't like it
depends
at
on how-
first, so I don't know how
I
I
feel
feel
like-
about this one.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think that okay. I want to bitch about the My Hero movie and how I wasn't able to see it because I don't have a fucking infinite money to fly myself to every anime event.
I've heard things about it, and it sounds good, so...
I heard it was good. I have one question though. So in the promotional art, they'll show Deku in a suit, and he's still wearing those red fucking boots and a suit. Like everyone else is wearing proper attire, but Deku just wants to wear his fucking red boots.
Yeah, I mean, those are just his Skechers, bro. I mean...
Why would... Okay.
When you first
okay,
mentioned
imagine
that,
how-
I was like, what do you mean? Like, that's just his hero costume, because I didn't understand what you're saying. And it was like... By the way, if you want to know where this movie takes place in the timeline, it takes place sometime before the One for All fight, so All Might still has his powers and stuff.
That's good, because I think I prefer Skeletal Might. That's what I'm gonna call him now, Skeletal Might.
It's actually Small Might is the accepted.
I hate saying Small Might because oh nope, you did not hear a Twitter notification just then. Nope, you did not hear a Twitter notification right then.
But I think I'm can't wait to fucking like actually see the new opening and then finally see Shoot Style animated, because that's coming and I'm super excited.
A lot of good things in the anime. It's such a shame they have to end on like an arc I'm not really a big fan of. Like I'm not a real big fan of the arc which is coming up.
But it
Like,
has
it's not
Tornado
It's not
Man.
bad.
I
It's
forget
not bad, but like the arc afterwards is way better.
Yeah, but it didn't. Well, they're not gonna. They couldn't. I feel like
They
you could
couldn't fit it in.
probably have the entire. It would probably like take up an entire 2 core if you wanted to do the Yakuza arc, the 8 precepts. Maybe that's just me. I don't think it would be that long, but it is the longest arc we have so far.
I wonder if they're going to cover that next year. I wonder if like next year's anime adaptation will just be that and then Gentle. Just those two. Considering how long the fucking that arc is.
I don't think we're gonna hit Gentle next year.
You don't think? Do you think it'll just be
I could see it just being that. But you know what? The Mirio
I'm fine with
versus
that.
Chisaki fight animated, that's the next highlight for me. Like,
yeah.
that's the next.
I mean, like next season, because I'm looking forward to the Bakugo Deku fight because that was like the
Lame.
moment. No, that was the moment where I fully like I like Bakugo now.
Nah,
he's
Bakugo's lame. He's not Mirio, that's for sure.
Oh my god, there's one thing. Okay, whenever people can bitch about Bakugo, the thing that pisses me off is that they still treat him like the same kid from the first fucking chapter. And like, okay, they always bring up this specific scene
Where he tells Deku to kill himself.
Yes, they always bring that up, and I'm just like, leave the kid be. He's 15. He's gonna say shitty
Actually,
stuff.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
Like, I don't get it when people can't see that a character has changed. I'm just...
Characters can't
just-
change. My Hero has no development. None of the characters have changed since the story came out because all of them are stagnant. And Horikoshi doesn't know how to write, and he introduced too many characters. Don't you know that? That's a fact, remember? My Hero doesn't develop its characters.
We're just gonna be
Class A is
passive-aggressive.
literally a bunch of cardboard cutouts.
If anything, Class B are more cardboard cutouts. If anything else,
Yeah, but
and that's because they don't get a chapter dedicated to themselves because it's really hard to
oh
do
my
that.
god, I would kill for like a chapter where it's just fucking Kendo. Okay, not fucking Kendo, but maybe.
Hirikoshi draws a dojo. No, he'd get shit. He'd get. So much
I've
shit
heard
if he drew a
theories in the
doujin.
community that Horikoshi actually does draw dojins on the side.
I'd be
Like,
interested.
Apparently,
No, I
there's
wouldn't.
like
I'm a
some
pure boy.
dojins that copy his art style. Maybe somebody in the comments will know this, like know the specific details, but apparently there's a doujin out there that looks exactly like his artwork. And honestly, I wouldn't put him past him, because anybody that pure has to have some demons on the side. Although it's not even demons, because it's just...
It's always the kind ones you gotta look out for. It's the quiet ones you gotta be careful of, you know.
Don't come to Shonen Jump on Monday.
Fucking hell. I can see that. You see that fucking mask he wears in the interviews? He's into some kinky shit.
Horikoshi is a nice boy, and I won't take this slander laying down.
Hirokoshi's a nice boy, but he's probably into some kinky shit. I can see it.
God, that reminds me of the Bayonetta director. What's his name?
Fuck. I forget his name. Is it the one who blocks people on Twitter? Hideki Kamiya?
Yeah, I love him. I fucking love him. He created Bayonetta, so automatically I fucking love him. Because anybody involved with the design process on Bayonetta has already, like, in my heart, deserves a special place in heaven. Because fuck, man, Bayonetta.
I'm sure he's probably already blocked God on Twitter, so he's not going to heaven.
I don't want him to block me on Twitter. I want him to give me a hug. And then I want him to be
don't tweet at him. He probably will block you. He'll probably see that you're writing in English or poorly translated Japanese. He'll just hit you with a straight up block.
Wow, he's racist? Wow.
No, I'm sure there's a lot of annoying Western fans who tweet him all the time.
That's like,
especially considering
it's like when Attica retweets an artist, and then they're like a Japanese artist, and immediately like they get flooded with like American people being like posting memes and shit because Attica retweeted it. And then, so
I want Attica to retweet my life one day.
I want Attica to be on the Quirkless podcast. Is he even caught up with the manga, or is he an anime?
He's neither. He like watched like 2 episodes of My Hero and decided that it's not for him.
I want him on the Quirkless podcast anyway.
That would be fun.
Guys, get Attica, please.
Get
this is one that's out of my reach. I can't get him.
I'm not even a fucking sponsor. I can't do anything to get that boy. I don't want to annoy him on Twitter because I kind of like him, so...
I'll annoy him on Twitter, I don't care.
Do you read the author's notes?
I remember hearing something about the most recent ones.
So, some legend out there bought property on the moon in the name of Bakugo.
Yeah. So
Horikoshi now owns Bakugo land on the moon. So when Elon Musk finally does his stuff and sends everyone to Mars, I don't care about Mars. I want that fucking spot on the moon, which is named Bakugo land, because that's the real shit right there.
But wait. If Elon Musk sent you to Mars, then how would you get the moon stuff? I don't understand.
Hijack a rocket. Hijack a rocket. Fly it to the moon.
I want to hijack
Find Bakugo.
Elon Musk's rocket.
Space 9/11. We got to.
Dude, can't joke about that. We got totally off topic. The movie I've heard is very good. I wish I could have gone to Anime Expo, but I don't want to be trapped in a room with people who don't know how to use deodorant, so.
Don't go to cons.
Yeah, don't go to fucking cons. Except I'm probably gonna go to Anime Expo next year, so.
I can't. I'm a fucking British boy who's stuck in his fucking country. I can't get out, fam.
I'm gonna do a Fat Gun cosplay. I'm just gonna wear a thick ass hoodie and actually die in the heat.
So is there anything you want to say before we end the episode?
Yeah, next week we're probably going to be covering the entirety of Vigilantes up to this point. So if you would like to listen to that episode and you're not caught up with Vigilantes, I would suggest reading it. Trust me, it's very well worth it. It develops a lot of things that are kind of passed over in the main series. So go ahead, do it, please.
Y'all got homework this week. I was going to say the same thing, really. I'm going to show Vigilantes because I'm catching up with it. for next week. And this boy better do his homework. I'll just show up and just like, okay, Zach, I read up to chapter 6.
I haven't even read Vigilantes, except I have. But I'm gonna pretend like I haven't next week, because I'm really funny. I'm also gonna shill the part 5, episode 1, and the preview, cause good shit. It's
good shit. Thanks for listening, guys, and if you like the episodes, feel free to share them, and it really helps. Also, follow me on Twitter. I post when the episodes and other shit I do comes out. So, yeah, you can't see it, but I'm doing finger guns.